Hey, I'm going to show you how to use our corporate AI headshot solution for Teams. First, log in to tryitina.com and then click on Teams. It's also available here in the menu. Next, let's set up a new project and name it. Name it something that your team will recognize. So, for example, your company name and AI headshots. Next is setting the portrait style. Every photo shoot for a team member will generate 20 headshots. So I suggest selecting up to 5 styles per gender. So for example, let's say dark studio. So for example, you could have this selection of styles, and then let's say this selection of styles. If you don't want the style anymore, you can either double click on here or on here to select and deselect. It's important to note here that the styles that you select, they won't have exactly the same shirt for every staff member. It will have variations, but it will be green and it will be blue. Next, I'm going to show you how to upload your own style if you don't want to choose from our style library. All you need to do is upload a reference photo per gender. It does have to be a high quality photo, so make sure it's not blurry or pixelated. So I'm going to go ahead and set a style for a woman. So to do that, I've uploaded a square portrait. You can also upload different aspect ratios. That's totally up to you. The output result will use the aspect ratio of the uploaded portrait style. Next, you need to set the style description, and basically that includes a confirmation of what you'd like the clothing to be and the background. So for this, all you have to do is type in person in brackets and then confirm the clothes, so wearing a gray sweater. If you don't want to be this specific, you can keep it general. So for example, business outfit, and this will generate a different business outfit in different colors for every single person. So I'm going to say this and then confirm the background. So in this case, gray studio background. So that's it. So here's my clothing and then here's my background. Now, if I want, and this is important, if I want the background to not have any variations, for example, in natural shadows, and I want it to be exactly the same in every single photo. So for example, in speaker headshots, you might even want to add logos. Then you can actually use this with, again, this is optional. You can use static background. And what you do is essentially you remove the background and then upload the background that you want to be replicated in every single photo. Or you can, of course, set a color if you'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and upload this background that I want to use. Here we go. And this is my portrait style for women. I'm going to go ahead and do this for men. So I'm going to first use a square. So same thing, person wearing a black sweater. So I'm not going to remove the background just so you can see what the results look like, but I do want a black sweater in every single image. So I'm going to say add to style. Next, I'm going to upload a different aspect ratio. There you go. So I'm going to use 3:4 aspect ratio. Same thing. And I'm going to say a business suit here. So it's not going to be the same business suit unless, of course, I type in, for example, with a white shirt and a navy tie, but I'm keeping it general. And then I'm not going to use a studio. Sorry, I'm not going to describe the background because I'm going to use a static background. So I'm going to say remove the background. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did for women, which is upload an image. Here we go. Great. So this is more than enough to proceed, but before we confirm the styles, there's one more thing that you can do. Because every member gets 20 headshots, that's more than enough to pick the headshot that you're going to use on your website, on your LinkedIn, and so on. So what you can do as an option is you can set the number of images that you allow your team to customize. So what this means is if I say 5 images out of 20, the members can choose from this really large library of styles. So it will give them access to styles like Hollywood, business office, all sorts of things, speaker portraits, um, a little bit more fashion forward styles. If you don't want this ability, then just leave it at 0. I'm going to show you what it looks like for the staff, so I'm going to set it at 5. That's it, and I'm going to say confirm styles. Next is purchasing the photo shoot. So you can purchase just one at a time, then you can come back and purchase as many as you like, but the discounts do start at 50. Oops, there we go. Photo shoots do not expire. You can use them anytime, come back and use them as you please. Payments are all done for Stripe, and your invoices and your receipts will be kept in your Try It On account, in your account in billing and credits. So make sure that the stuff that you fill out in here is correct and you want on the invoice. So again, just a reminder, the invoices or receipts are here in billing and credits. So once you set up your photo shoot, it will look something like this. So I'm going to go where I already have photo shoots purchased. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Obviously, if you haven't sent anything, it will be empty. So next is sending out the invitation to your staff. So go ahead and click on send invitations. You can upload a CSV with 3 columns. So name, last name, and email, or you can type it in. Here we go, save, and then you can click on send invitation. If you want to send your own email, your own corporate email, you can just unclick this and then send your own instructions. If not, you will receive a try it on, your staff will receive a try it on branded template, which looks like this. You've been invited to participate in the project name. That's it. They don't actually need this email. They can just go ahead and log in to tryitonai.com with their own email. And what they will see will look something like this. They'll have a pending team invite, and they can click on accept invitation, and then they will only see this invitation here in Express AI. So they need to click, and it will turn into a photoshoot credit. So second, it will look like this. So here's my photoshoot credit that I've sent from my teams. Once the invite has been claimed on the project admin side, so back to Teams, it will look like this. There you go. It'll turn it'll turn green, and either you can go ahead and start the photo shoot if you have the person's selfies, or just let them do it on their own. The staff will not have access to this. The only way that people can have access to this is if you invite them in project settings to be an admin. Otherwise, it's just you. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you how it looks like on the staff side. They basically have to click on prep for photoshoot, pick their gender, make sure that you pick the right gender. This is not reversible once you complete the photoshoot. The follow the guidelines are super simple. All you need is just 7 fresh photos, recent shot on your phone, nothing fancy. The biggest things to avoid is absolutely no filters, no AI, and nothing covering your face or your hair, of course. So let's get started. So here's an example of selfies. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop them. There we go. So 7 photos. This looks good. If you see one of those yellow notifications, just double check that it's correct. Face is not obstructed, so this is fine. And that's it. So selfies are good, looking good. So these are my portrait styles. Next is just if you are bold, then click bold. If you want beard in all photos, but let's say you might have shaved in your selfies, then just confirm that you want it in all pics. And then same for glasses. Do you want glasses in all photos? Yes or no? In here, this does help with AI's accuracy for things like wrinkles. So yeah, put in your age. Everything else is optional, up to you if you want a specific hairstyle, up to you if, let's say, you're usually a little bit more light, but I don't know, you've been tanning in your selfies. I don't check these. AI is really good. As long as your selfies are recent and consistent, AI is like it will do great. If you've submitted photos with fluctuating skin tones and fluctuating body shapes, then it's better to confirm what it is. That's it. Once you click on complete submission, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like on your end as a project admin. So you as a project admin, this is what it's going to look like. So just refresh. There you go. So it's going to say that it's generating. At this point, you just have to wait anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes and you can start. And once it's done, you'll be able to view the results. Just a reminder, if you delete a photo shoot from either your end or the staff's end, we don't have any backup copies. So once it's gone, it's gone. And if you need a new photo shoot, you can click on Buy Photo Shoot and get another one. So now let's look at example results. So both you and the staff member have access to this. Obviously, let's say if I've been invited as a project admin, I'll be able to see everybody's results. Otherwise, I can see only my own. So here's an example of Nathan's results. So these were the optional styles that he selected. And then these were the ones that where I've confirmed the background to be, so you can see that it's exactly the same background in every photo, but I did say business suit, so you can see the variations in business suits. So again, a reminder, if you want the tie in every photo, then type in tie. If you want the blue tie in every photo, type in blue tie. Now, this is the other one, which is the gray background and black sweater. So you'll notice that it's just a black sweater everywhere. Yeah. So there we go. So a bit more consistency in clothes, but notice that the background, so from here to here, it does have slight variations. So if you want exactly the same one, then it's better to upload. If you want slight natural variations in them, then just type it in and don't use a static background. Next thing for you to know as a project admin is that you can, of course, you can download all of the photos, you can delete them. You can also use AI edits. So let's say, for example, okay, I need a wrinkle somewhere. Okay, maybe here. Okay. So you can click on AI edits, and we have quite a few AI editing tools. They're relatively self-explanatory. Expand will expand the portrait into whatever direction you want. So here you go, quite a few sizes to choose from. Upscale will double the size of this image, so it will blow it up and increase it to 2K resolution. In Recreate, you can basically highlight certain things, like for example, I want a red tie, so you can highlight this and then type in red tie. Erase is really good for wrinkles. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I don't want this wrinkle and let's say this beauty mark. So I just go erase. Animate will animate the headshot based on your prompt that you put in. Background will change the background. Try it on is a new feature that we have where you can upload a photo of any clothing item and then it will change the clothing item automatically. And then face edit will do things like, let's say, change your expression to more smiling or smiling with teeth. Uh, the only thing important here is that don't at any point erase eyes or the entire face because it will just look like somebody else. So this is not what Recreate and Erase is for. Uh, Here you go. So I don't quite love it, so I'd probably just go again. And every time you do use AI editing, it does take credit, so just be mindful of this. Some things like background are free. So for example, I can use a color background for free, but anything that requires generation, that will cost credits. All right, so we're just gonna wait for this. And here we go. Yep, so slightly softer, so you can continue editing if you would like. All of the edits are auto-saved, so if you don't want some of the edits, just delete them. There you go. And last but not least, in terms of downloading, so you can either download just one size, so you can also just drag and drop it onto your desktop. Now we have one feature that allows you to create a size kit, and I'll show you what that means. So I'm gonna go in here. Basically, go to project settings, and in here, so this will create different sizes that you can download in a zip folder. So for example, I could say, do you know what, give me 800 by 800, 800 square. Give me 920 by 1920. And then let's say I need something smaller, so 300 by 300. There we go. So I have a download size pack. So I'm going to go back into these results. So now when you download, you will see the size pack here. So the size pack, what it will not do, it will not crop photos. So it will only stick with the aspect ratio that you set. So if I type in things like 1920 by 300, it will use the 1920, but then it will blow up the rest of the photo to 1920. And that's it. The zip file will be downloaded into your browser history. So just check your browser history for the zip file. So last but not least, if you want to, let's say, delete the project, start over again, you can delete it. All of this data will be lost. Again, we don't hold backups once a customer deletes. Dun, 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 support contact. So this is usually your email of the project admin, or you can set it to be something else. This is more or less the end. So all your projects are in here. Or you can change the styles as well at any point. So you can click on Edit Styles. You can add a few more, but of course, anybody who's already gone for the photo shoot with the previous styles will not be able to redo them in the new styles that you save. If you have any questions at all, please email us at team@tryitonai.com. Thank you.